Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kathleen Dudley, and I am a certified reflexologist. I am writing letters of exemption for people who need exemptions so that they do not wear masks. And this is a tutorial of how to use that letter of exemption. The letter is only really as good as how we use it. So I want to explain a few things. First off, in the United States, for example, the governor's edict or the order from state to state includes an exemption for people who do not need to wear a mask. And those exemptions are written based upon similar wording to if a healthcare provider has reason to believe that it is not a good idea for you to wear a mask, then you don't have to wear a mask. Now, I qualify all of this because this order by the governor has not been passed by the state legislative process. In other words, it is not a law. The governor only has PR or capacity to be able to suggest that specific things be incorporated, such as this edict. So there is no violation of law. There is therefore no actual legal right for any fine to be imposed. The requirement by the governor is really just a bullying tactic. And so we must understand that in order to negotiate through this. When I write a letter of exemption for you, I put your name, the address, and I cite the specific governor's order with the date and the number if there's a number. And then I extract the actual language that shows the exemption. And that gives you the ammunition, so to speak, to be able to use that. So when someone comes up to you when you're in a store or any kind of location and challenges you on not wearing a mask, what I recommend is that you have a copy of that governor's edict and that you show them the actual highlighted language, and then you show them the letter of exemption that I write showing that you are in compliance. Now, if they challenge you further and say, well, it's corporate headquarters decision that you cannot enter in this facility, my own way of handling it is a couple of things. One, I thank them and then tell them that I will go and spend my money elsewhere. Another approach that I took just yesterday was I said to them, you are violating my civil rights, both on the state and on the federal level, and I will not leave. And I will, in this case, it was a grocery store, I will shop here. And they said, well, we're going to call the police. And I said, please do call the police. I'm going to shop. So I did. I shopped. I got all the things I needed. I paid and I left, and no police showed up, which I found very curious. Now, that's not the case with everybody. I mean, sometimes the police do show up and then you have to deal with that. In that case, you would show them the actual order by the governor. You would show them the actual exemption and your letter. And if the police push further because the owner of the store says it's our policy, you can tell the police that they're in violation of your civil rights. You can push and push and push, and you could end up being put in jail. I've not pushed that far, but I know people who have. So really, it is. This is not something that's proven, dyed in the wool, so to speak. And we're negotiating new avenues. But I wanted to at least let you know what I have done to date and how I would manage this. Now, as we know, knowledge is power. And when we have this kind of power, we walk with a very different confidence, and our energy is also shifted. So I know people who have a letter of exemption from me, and they haven't even been asked ever since they got the letter of exemption. Well, is that empowerment? I would think that perhaps it is. But there's another element as well. So when we go places and we are allowed in with a letter of exemption, people get to see us, and they know who we are. And sometimes it's just a human to human conversation. And some of those still work these days. So just keep on seeing how it goes. Airlines are particularly difficult. They're the corporate structure. Schools, the same thing. Hospitals, the same thing. Doctors' offices, well, they're taking on the same dictate as the corporations. So it's not surprising if you are not successful in all of your attempts. But I just applaud you for being courageous, for standing up for our rights, because as more and more of us do this, we in fact will change the course of what is unfolding. So thank you very much, and wishing you success, and please do let me know how it goes. I'll have my link below for my email, and you can reach me there. Thank you.